Shalom, 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 Israel. This your King and Shepherd KD with another message of daily edification brought to you through the Spirit and power Yahweh B'Shem HaMashiach Yahushai. All praises due. I pray that y'all amped up, man. All right. We had 17 days, man. 17 days. All right. Let me show y'all something. All this stuff is happening. All this is happening day by day. Check this video out real quick. All right. This is from Chief Nassau. Shalom. Check this out.
Y'all take a look at this, y'all. This is in Mexico. Look at this, y'all. Look at that. Look at the sky, y'all. Have you ever seen this before? Now, I remember showing a video like this, and this was in Florida, on the west coast of Florida. But look at this in Mexico, y'all. Doesn't that look? It looks like the firmament is falling down. Looks like the firmament is breaking. It looks like the firmament is breaking. Look at all that, like spider webs, huh? Like honeycombs. What is going on here, y'all? Look at what the... It looks like another world, right? Like an alien world? What do you... I just found it so fascinating. So what if that is the bottom of a mothership, y'all? What if that is the bottom of a mothership? Like the mothership is a huge meteor and that's what it is. That's crazy, huh? Oh my goodness, man. The world is getting a lot more interesting. Let's get it. So what do you guys think that is, man? To me, I think that's a huge mothership and we're looking at the bottom of it, man, because that shit is eerie. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like this before. What y'all think it is? This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I'm only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like,
so y'all see that?
for more videos like
Let me
this.
give you a little precept real quick. This the buffalo wings. This ain't even got nothing to do with the lesson, but I had to put that up there. Let's go to Psalms 68. Psalm 68, 17. And it reads, the chariots of the power are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place. 20,000 chariots, y'all. It's a fleet, man. All right. That's just to wet your whistle. All right. Just to wet your whistle. All these things are popping off because we at the end. All right. Whatever you dealing with, whatever you experiencing, man. If you're losing jobs, the Most High is breaking yokes everywhere, man. All right. That's what's happening. All right. People yokes being broke. And a lot of y'all don't know that your yoke being broke. You think you did something wrong. No. You know, my yoke got broken a real, hard way. But ain't because I did nothing wrong. It's because it was my time to stop working. Some of y'all yoke is getting broken. Some of y'all, the yoke is getting lighter. The Most High is taking the responsibility off of you and giving you easier positions on your jobs. Some of y'all getting released from the jobs altogether. It's all on the Most High's dime, man, whatever he see. But I want to talk about today, this time, all right. I showed y'all that video to show you how close we getting. And I waited, all right, for a time to bring this out. And I've been holding on to these things for a while, but let me bring out the scripture. Let's go to Esther. Let's go to Esther chapter 4. Verse 14. Now, this was written for back then exclusively, but I'm going to bring it out anyway. This was a message to Esther. It says, "For if you altogether hold your peace at this time, then shall there enlargement and deliverance arise to Jews from another place. But you and your father's house shall be destroyed. And who knows whether you are come to the kingdom for such a time as this." All right. So let me read the New Living Translation. He said, "If you keep quiet at a time like this, deliverance and relief for the Jews will arise from some other place, but you and your relatives will die. Who knows if perhaps you were made queen for just such a time as this." See, Esther was the one that said, if I perish, I perish. I'm going to go before the king and tell him what I know. Because at that time, all right, the king, if he didn't summon you, you couldn't just go to him. And if you showed up and you wasted his time, he'd kill you. So Esther was like, if I perish, I perish. I'm going to him. And it worked out in her favor. If you read the book of Esther, that's what happened. And see, this message that I'm finna give y'all is for such a time as this. We at the end. All right. I believe this is going to be very helpful for unifying us, because there's some things that we need to know about each other. All right. I'm talking about kings and princesses. I gave you that message yesterday. All right. Because it's a guide, basically. See, we got princesses in here that's studying and reading and everything, but they don't know how to apply it. They just really don't. They're operating blind. A lot of y'all, you know, maybe you're on your square, maybe you feel you are, but this here, this is going to see exactly where you are in your mind and your heart and spirit and soul. All right. This is basically a stress test. All right. Because it's better to find out now if you're on your square or not. Some of y'all think you're on your square and you're not, man. You lost your square a long time ago, and you can't even find it to get on it. So before the end comes, all right, I want to put some things in perspective for the kings and the queen, the princesses a lot. Because if we're going to make it, each side got to know what they square and what their position is, man. You can't keep your position in your square without really knowing what it is. And I've let y'all go on, some of y'all, for years, right? But I believe this message is apropos for such a time as this, all right? First of all, I'd like to talk to the brothers, all right? A lot of y'all are using 2/3 rules for spiritual women. And a lot of you Aquaf are using 2/3 tactics for spiritual men. All right. So why do I say that? Well, let's look at how the world does things. All right. I don't care if you're at a club, at a party, at a, grocery store, it doesn't matter. A man will see a woman, she's physically attractive. That's what draws them in. Men are visual. Women, same thing. But more importantly, all right, women look to see what type of resources that man has and whether or not he will be able to sustain a woman and take care of a woman such as herself, which is a reasonable assessment. All right. So what happens is, what do men go on? Oh, she looks good. She's pretty. She seems nice. Well, everybody seems nice in their first encounter because they don't want to present any negative vibrations to scare them off. So she's going to be soft-spoken. She's going to be respectable. She's going to be this. She's going to be that. Some of them. Some of these women now are so bold, they always talk about the bag, the bag, the bag. But it used to be that they were respectful. They were all of that. And that's what draws you in. You think she's like that all the time. All right? Same day with the man. The man is projecting a image of supply, structure, responsibility, and the ability to lead. Every woman needs a man that's stronger than her. If she get a man that's weaker than her, she'll end up leading him and lead everybody to destruction. So, they see each other. He's tall, dark, handsome, and she's beautiful. Oh, they love each other, but that's all they got to go on. They don't know anything about each other. They're going on looks and the outward image, right? So what do? They lay down with each other. Sex is bomb. Oh yeah, this it. This my man. This is who I'm supposed to be with. Don't really know who you're laying down with. He don't really know who he's laying down with. All right? You're going off of appearances and not reality. It's feelings over facts, and that's when you get yourself in trouble. All right? Kind of the same things are going on here. A man of the Lord will see a woman of the Lord in the body. He'll think because she can say Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that she's a woman of the Lord. All right? It takes time to really discern whether or not she's a woman of the Lord, because you can't go on what she say. You got to go on what she do. Never believe what they say. Believe what they do. Now, what happens is sometimes if you seal a deal too fast, all right, later on down the line, you can see you made a mistake. Anything that comes from the Most High is going to last, period. That's the authenticity of it. The Most High don't, just like the 2/3 man and 2/3 woman, what do men and women say? Oh, man, the Lord sent me this woman, man. She's beautiful. She this woman, same thing. But then 6 months later, they're not even together no more, right? That's because somebody was lying, or both of them was lying. They got together, all right? She got with him. He had a nice truck. He got a nice house. He got a nice job, making money, all right? And he get with her. She's nice. She submits to him and all of that. But then a couple of kids later, he's always at work to maintain that lifestyle. She wants a man that she can spend time with. So now she not liking it. This the same man, all right? And this the same woman. And because in most cases, men will sacrifice their happiness for the family. But in this day and age, a lot of women will sacrifice their family for their happiness. How many times you heard it? Why'd you divorce him? Well, I'm just not happy. So fuck everybody's life up because your ass not happy. You got to either deal with a busy man or a broke man. So now guess what? The sex stops. It ain't bomb no more. It's more like a job. It's a chore. All right? And it ain't no good. Now you got 2 kids involved. She wants to step. She wants to find her excitement. And now you got a disaster. Well, see, here in the body, it's supposed to be that way. The sex is supposed to come last to seal the deal, not to start it off. And that's where a lot of you brothers are messing up. I ain't gonna say a lot of you, but some of you. Seal the deal too quick, and then she shows you her ass once she knows that you can't get rid of her. Right? Now, it ain't that you can't get rid of her. Long as she stays in certain parameters, she's yours. All right? One thing ain't gonna be tolerated though. Like I say, there's a way for her to keep the 4 pillars, all right, and end up getting her ass put away. Now, except for the cause of adultery or going to be with another man, all right, Yahweh Shai said that in the beginning, Moses said that you could write a letter of divorce. But from the beginning, it was not so. That's what Yahweh Shai said. You just can't get rid of her. Once you make her yours, the twain shall become one flesh. You can't just pull her away from you like that. And this is why a lot of women rush. They rush to get to that point. They rush you. Brothers, listen. They rush you like a fucking car salesman. You ever go on a car lot and the car salesman step to you? Oh, it's a great car. You know, I got 12 people lined up for it, man. If you don't get it today, I can't promise it'll be here tomorrow. High pressure sales tactics, right? And then they get you to buy it. And 2 days later, this shit stop on your ass on the way to work. He got his money already, though. You already linked it to the deal through a contract. All right? You didn't test drive the car. You didn't ask him, let me roll around for in a week. And I'll bring it back and I'll let you know. Let my mechanic check it out before I sign the papers. So you don't do that. You just they washed it up real good, put some little bullshit ass rims on there. And then guess what? They got you to visually commit to a disaster. And that's what some of you brothers are doing. They got some quote unquote princesses in here that it look good on the outside, but you really don't know what you're getting. Takes time, right? You a king. You ain't got to rush nothing. That's why I told y'all at the Casas. Remember? You hit, you it. Pretty much all the legs was closed at the Casas, right? Because you need to take time to know what you're investing in. A princess is an investment. You get her, you're going to pour yourself into her, and you're going to wait for her to echo that back to you, all right? If you pouring into her and you ain't getting no echo back, then you ain't got a partner. She considers you as an option. And the woman that considers you as an option feels that she can always do better than you. So, what some women do, and it's going to be some women mad at me for this shit, but I don't give a fuck. I'm giving y'all the game. And I'm going to give you ladies some game too, all right? They got some women, not all. They got some women that's sincere. They on their square. They love their king. They want to be the best for their king, and so that their king can in turn be the best for them. It's a circle that feeds itself. But they got some that don't have that mindset. They got some princesses that call themselves princesses, and they ain't nothing but dragons. Uh-oh. Why did I say a dragon? Well, let me tell y'all what a dragon does, man. A dragon is a mythical creature. But the story behind the dragon is very edifying, very interesting. If a dragon knows that there's gold in town, okay, that dragon will fly over. He'll find out where the vault is, where all the gold of the city is kept. Burn the fucking city down, get into it. He'll bust in there, find the gold, and lay on it. You know what the dragon does with the gold after that? Nothing. He just don't want nobody else to have it. Anybody that goes in there to try to get that gold, they will get burnt the fuck up. Woof. Burn your ass up. Right? Burns you up. What that got to do with a woman? Why you call her a dragon? Well, the Bible says that a man of the Lord is more precious than Ophir. Right? He's going to be precious. He's the gold. She's the dragon. Now, she'll fly into his life and burn everything up. Right? And then she'll lay on him. So nobody else can benefit from it. A fucking dragon. That's why I call them snapdragons. Right? See, the dragon ain't gonna let the gold be useful for the community or everybody. No. The dragon wants the gold all to himself. And anybody that comes near that dragon and her gold is gonna get burnt the fuck up. Now, If you know you're the gold, all right, you have the choice, all right, of accepting that dragon or not. You're walking, breathing, live gold. So, if you see a dragon coming, don't entertain them. But it takes time. It takes time, right? It takes time for you to discern that. Certain things you got to watch for. See? A lot of you brothers, y'all are talking to a princess, and she claims to be a princess. She knows the lingo. She knows some scriptures. She knows all of that. But that ain't the true test. The true test is, does she live what she professes? Is she a doer of the word, or just a hearer? See? That's the point. Is she a doer of the word, or just a hearer? See, they got some quote-unquote princesses in here that ain't nothing but fucking parrots. All right? They're parrots. They hear and they repeat. They just don't live. It's like they got some brothers in here that claim to be brothers, but inside they have no faith. They have no leadership abilities. They have none of that. They just know how to quote scriptures, but they don't know how to live them. That's the difference. That's the difference between, right, the real and the fake. Right? Now, when an Aquaf is looking, I ain't gonna say looking for a king, because in the body, the king chooses you. You don't choose him. All right? That's how it goes. So when the king is chosen you, all right, that means he sees something in you that he wants to examine more closely. That's where the conversation comes in. He wants to hear you talk, and then mainly he wants to see you walk too. And once he sees that, that's what draws him in. Not how well you could quote scriptures. It's how you live. When Ruth and Boaz got together, Boaz had actually was the second person to come, because there was somebody ahead of Boaz that could have took Ruth. But Ruth was told by Oprah, all right, how to get Boaz. She said, lay down on his feet. You know, when you're out there working, just, you know, make sure you covered or whatever, and get out there. And Boaz found her. But she wasn't out there, you know, just mainly trying to look for a king or nothing like that. She was doing it because that was her character. And that'll never change. It doesn't change whether she's by herself or she's with a king. She's going to be the same woman. Okay? And a lot of these Aquaf in here, they don't know what to do to even be a princess, because we didn't come up in that culture. And this is why I'm giving this to you now. Ladies, these brothers here are not looking for pussy. All right? A king need a princess. A nigga need a bitch. So you got to figure out which one you are. Are you a princess or are you a bitch? If you a bitch, you're going to be out here. If you a princess, come on, let's go. Let's go, let's get it. If you a nigga in here, then you don't need a princess. If you a king, that's who gets a princess. So what is a princess? Well, a princess is what you find in Proverbs chapter 31. All right? Let me get that precept. Starting at verse 10. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. That means she's rare. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and evil all the days of his life. Now, a lot of y'all out right there. Can that king trust you? Can that king depend on you? Can that king depend on you to not snap on him? Can that king depend on you to not abandon him? Can that king depend on you to be his peace? Because see, when you looking at a king, all right, right now, it's hard to gauge because we as kings are still in captivity. We can't give you, in some instances, everything that you desire right now. Can only give you wise counsel, love, company, thanks to modern technology, okay? Some of y'all are hundreds of miles apart, but if that's all he can supply right now, is he faithful with that? Is he consistent with that? All right. Can y'all study together? Can y'all edify together? All right. And I believe the Most High did it like that for a reason. See, sealing the deal, you got to seal the deal spiritually and soulfully first. All right. Everything else will come later. But does he have that down? Is he consistent? Does he check on you? Does he care? Is he learning you? Is he knowing you? He's investing in you doing that. And ladies, are you reciprocating that? A lot of y'all don't know how to even converse with your king because you don't know what to do. There's a billion things to talk about, man. How you going to serve him? How you going to make peace in his house? How you going to deliver beautiful Israelite babies that y'all going to raise up and be assets to the kingdom? Oh, there's plenty to talk about there. How you going to love him all the days of his life? How you're never going to betray him? How you're going to be true to him and him alone? Right? Let me keep going. She seeketh wool and flax and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. That means she ain't lazy. She not afraid to get no work in. She riseth also while it is yet night. That means early in the morning. And giveth meat to her household and a portion to her maidens, her sister wives. She loved them so much, she the first one up, taking care of them as an example. That's why she's far above rubies. What women do you know are talking about that right now? All right. I'm not saying they're not any. It's just not a very well-fortified conversation. See? It's not a well-fortified conversation. See? And the king is going to be sitting here feeding you with the spirit that he's putting in you. He wants to hear that echo. He's going to say, I'm going to take care of you and love you for eternity. All right? I'm going to always be here for you. I'm going to always make sure that you are taken care of to the highest limits of my ability. Right? We're going to explore planets together. We're going to be together. And every day you with me, it's going to be better and better. All right? I'm going to bring up these children to respect you and love you and honor you the way you're supposed to be honored and respected. I'm going to surprise you with gifts. I'm going to let you know your worth and what you mean to me. And she in turn is going to tell you what she's going to supply to you. But do we get that right now? No, haven't been taught that. And that's something to look forward to. Right? It's something to look forward to. Our children are going to grow up. They're going to be men of renown. They're going to be women of royal blood that are going to teach other women that come after them how to honor and love their kings as their kings take care of and protect and supply the house. Circle. But we don't have that right now. We don't have that right now. So this is just an introduction. Right? Stay tuned for part 2. Y'all chew on this. Giving all praise to Yahweh Bashem and Mashiach Yahushai. KD out. Shalom.